everyone, this is Heidi again from the Launchpad. Today I am bringing you this tutorial on how to make your DIY focus board. So if you've been wondering this whole time what a focus board is, when I say focus board, what I'm referring to is something like this. This is my focus board that I've made. It's very similar to the idea and concept of Buddha boards in that you can write on this with a dampened paintbrush, and over time, or even draw a sketch over time, within a few minutes, the water will evaporate and it will disappear. So this is a really great tool for you when you're want to practice your creativity. You could use it with children to help practice writing out their ABCs. If you just need something to kind of give your brain a break, you can use this to just do swirls and twirls and doodles, and then it's gone and you can reuse it. So I'll talk a little bit in the video coming up about the items that should be in a kit if you were able to reserve one. If you weren't able to reserve a kit, I will include a link in the description box below to a list of supplies and where you can get them. I think this makes a fantastic gift that you can make and give to people. You can actually buy this special fabric that we'll be using in this project. You can buy in larger sheets. I actually bought it in these, I believe they're 12 or 14 by 18-inch sheets. This is what they look on one side. This is what they look like on the other. And you can cut them down to any size you want. So in theory, if you wanted to, you could get a much larger picture frame and put a bigger piece of this into it. That, once again, like I said, I'll include a list of the supplies you'll need and a link to some of the more specialized supplies like this. This fabric is actually a Chinese calligraphy paper, so you can get it with grids on it, or you can get it like this where it's just blank. And it's meant to practice the Chinese use it to practice their calligraphy, and we are going to be using it just for working our doodles and things on. And so you don't kind of like with a lot of programming that we're doing, it's not so much about having a permanent piece of art or a permanent piece of something that you've made. It's about having a space to let your mind wander, let your creative juices flow, and then letting it go into the universe. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get us started with how to make your own DIY focus board. And I hope that you enjoy this program and that you have fun using the final product. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the ITPLD YouTube channel so you can be updated when we post new content. If you were able to reserve a kit, it should include a black 4x6-inch frame, a piece of the calligraphy fabric, a paintbrush, which you'll use later to paint on your calligraphy fabric, and a set of paint pens. I'm just picking 3 of them that we have here at the library to use. Feel free to use any colors that you'd like. And if you want, you can also grab a pencil. This is not necessary, but you may want to outline and sketch your design on your frame if you'd like before going over it in the paint markers. The pencil isn't necessary though. If you'd like to just wing this and see what designs you come up with on your own, you can not use that. So we're going to go ahead and clear our workspace of everything except for our frame so we can get started. First, you're going to flip to the back of your frame and locate the 4 tabs on the frame. Let's take a moment to zoom in here. focusing these little tabs here is a little bit hard since it's the black tabs on the black back of this. But once you've located them, it you'll want to either use a nail, or if you have fingernails, let's get a little bit closer. If you have fingernails, you might want to use a nail or some other tool to slide up underneath that tab, and you're just going to bend it towards yourself. And you're going to do that, so you can see that we've bent that. You're going to do that with the remaining 3 tabs. Zoom back out. So here's number 2, number 3. Let's zoom back out just a little bit more. And number 4. So once all those tabs are up, you can remove the back. You can, if you'd like, take this little stand piece and fold it along that crease. So this one right here, so that your focus board can stand up. You'll fold that along the crease, punch out that little extra piece of cardboard to get that hole, and then flip it over, and on the cardboard colored side you'll see there's a little stand. Pop that through and then push the end into the hole, and then it will stand up. So you'll be able to stand your frame up. Or if you don't want to do that, which you totally don't have to, you can just push that back all together, and we're going to set that to the side. Then you can remove this piece of paper, set it to the side, throw it away, use it for scrap. And this little bit of plastic we also want to put and keep to the side. We'll need that later. Now it's time to decorate your frame. This is a step you can skip if you'd like to just leave it black, but if you'd like to have some kind of quote written across it, or little swirls and whirls of designs, hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons, whatever you'd like on here, we will use our paint pens in this next step to decorate. So before you grab your pens, let's talk a little bit about these kinds of paint pens. If you've never used them before, they might be new to you. So here are a few instructions to help them work for you. You're going to need to get them primed first, which means shaking them up. Leave the lid on. And then once you've shaken them up really well, you're going to take a piece of scrap paper, so maybe the paper we removed from our frame earlier, and take off the lid, and you'll start pressing down with the tip of your paint pen until the paint starts to flow freely from your pen. So you'll just press and press and press, and I'm going to show you that right now. So with the lid on, you're going to go ahead and shake up your paint pen. Now this one has already been used before, so it is all primed. So at some point, once you've pressed a few times, it may take a little while, that ink or that paint will start to flow. And then you can go ahead, if you've sketched your design, or if you're just going to do this freehand and see what magic comes out of your creativity, and start working on decorating your frame. I've decided to go ahead and go with a quote that I think fits really well with the theme or purpose of this project. And that quote that I'm writing here is, "Pursuit of perfection often impedes improvement," which I'll talk about a little bit more as we continue decorating our frame, but I think is a very meaningful quote to a project like this. Alright, so I'm done writing my quote. I'm going to go ahead and make sure to cap my marker, my paint pen, sorry, and grab some of the other colors I want to use. So just like we did with the first one, if you haven't used this one yet, or maybe if you have, give it a good shake, and over on your scrap paper, um, start pressing the tip to prime it, and then keep decorating your frame with whatever designs you want. So one of the reasons I chose pursuit of perfection often impedes improvement as a quote to put on this is that sometimes we can get so caught up, especially if we're learning a new skill or even if we're practicing a skill that we know, um, in it being what we think is perfect, that we get frustrated and get blocked. We're so afraid of making mistakes, and oftentimes those mistakes are where you learn and you get better. So that's why this quote means a lot to me, is that as makers and crafters, sometimes we need to stop focusing on making our craft perfect, and we need to focus on doing the craft, enjoying the moment, and finding those learning moments in it. Because really, what is perfect? Only you can define what perfect is to you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these little flowers that I made here dry. Um, and I'm gonna set this down on some paper towels because I'm in a hurry. I am not letting my paint dry, but you can, if you've got the time, definitely set it aside, let it dry. You can pause and come back when it's dry. You're going to take your calligraphy fabric and put it so that the blank side is down and facing out to the front. And then take that plastic sheet that we saved and put down over that. And right now I'm checking to make sure that, if you do want to use the stand, make sure that your back goes in properly so that when the stand is set up, if there is a directionality to your frame and your design, that when it stands up, it's not upside down. And then press your tabs back into place. And now your board is ready to use. So you'll need to get a cup of water and your paintbrush. Go ahead and dip your paintbrush in water and then go for it. Write your message, hi everyone, um, and watch it disappear. You can do anything on here and it will go away. There is nothing permanent about this. So if you just need some time to work out some squiggles of frustration, maybe write some words to express how you're feeling that day and then let them go. Or if you're working on your ABCs, you can always practice writing those. I just hope you enjoy the things you're able to do with this project, and I hope you had fun making it. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your project with us via social media or by email. We love to see what you make. Thank you for watching.